Get your hands off that car. You can't afford to look at it, let alone touch it." The shout echoed across the pristine showroom floor. I froze, my hand hovering over the door handle of a shimmering red convertible. My name is Arthur Vance, a 65-year-old, retired software tycoon. I spend my days gardening now, which explains the dirt under my fingernails and the stained canvas overalls I was wearing that afternoon. I had come to Prestige Motors in Los Angeles to buy a birthday gift for my wife, intending to pay cash. But as soon as I approached the showroom model, the senior salesman, a man with slicked back hair and a sneer, rushed over. "Security!" he yelled, waving his arms frantically. "Get this vagrant out of here. He's muddying up the floor." Other customers, well-dressed and holding glasses of complimentary champagne, chuckled. One woman whispered loudly, "He probably thinks this is a soup kitchen." The salesman stepped into my personal space. "Go down the street to the junkyard, old man. That's where you belong." I felt the heat rise in my cheeks, the familiar sting of judgment. Just as I turned to leave, humiliated, a young man in an ill-fitting blazer stepped forward. "Sir, would you like a bottle of water?" It was the new intern, a boy named Ben. He ignored his boss's glare and the snickers of the clients. "I can show you the specs if you'd like. It's a beautiful machine, isn't it?" He treated me with the dignity of a king. The senior salesman laughed cruelly. "Don't waste your breath, Ben. You're fired if you keep talking to trash." I drank the water, thanked Ben for his humanity, and walked out. They thought it was over. They were wrong. The next morning, the glass doors of the dealership rattled as a convoy of 3 black Escalades pulled up to the curb. I stepped out of the middle vehicle, flanked by 2 personal assistants and a lawyer. This time, I wore a tailored Armani suit and a vintage watch that cost more than the salesman's entire house. The showroom fell dead silent. The senior salesman's jaw dropped. The dealership owner, who happened to be visiting, rushed over to shake my hand. "Mr. Vance, the tech legend. What an honor." I walked right past him, ignoring his outstretched hand, and looked straight at the trembling salesman. "You told me yesterday I couldn't afford to look." Then I turned to Ben, who was standing in the corner, looking terrified. "Young man," I said, my voice booming, "I'm buying 5 of your most expensive models for my corporate fleet today. But I will only sign the papers if you get the full commission." The room gasped. That commission alone was worth over $150,000. The senior salesman turned pale, realizing what he had lost. I wasn't finished, and one more thing, I told the owner. "If you want to keep my business in the future, Ben is the new floor manager. He knows the value of a customer. He understands respect." The arrogant salesman was escorted out of the building that day. Ben's life changed forever. Never judge a book by its cover.